Let's start this off pretty juicy.
Oh.
My first thing about, I guess, the struggle, if you want to call it, of dating a Jamaican man is they are a hornball. You know what I mean?
Well, go on, people. Today's video is going to be a treat for everybody. Jasmine is going to be expressing 8 struggles of dating a Jamaican man. If you ask me, there's 0. And we've kind of done a video similar to this where she told y'all about dating a Jamaican man, and I would have to say most of that had to be positive, but what is there not to love about a Jamaican man? We don't know. So anyway, this will be interesting. This will be, I don't know if this is the first time I've heard some of this stuff, but we'll hear what she has to say, what her opinion is, and then comment below what struggles you've had dating a Jamaican, or even if you're in a multicultural or intercultural relationship, comment below what your experiences are, dating outside of your culture.
Yeah, and I guess like most of the things that I have as if they were a struggle, I mean, it's kind of hard to place them in that box of being a struggle because it really just depends on who you are as a person, as a woman, when you are dating a Jamaican man, or just anybody in any type of culture that is different from your own. So it's like some of these things are things that others have asked me, especially like my girlfriends. They're like actual questions. And then some of these things are just my experiences with getting to know Nicholas, dating him, meeting his family, being, put into these different environments and into these different situations where I had to adapt to it. And not in any sense of changing myself or losing who I am or anything like that. It's just, this is a different culture. And I think he's actually experienced the same thing with me being from New Orleans and having just different things and how we do things, and things can be a little bit different. So we probably had the same type of experiences, but I feel like both of our cultures are very, very similar. So personally, I didn't have too much trouble trying to adapt. So
I can't really speak. Jamaica's a small place, so you kind of have to adapt to everybody if you're not in Jamaica or around Jamaica. So I would say if you're dating, for me at least, I think if I'm around, mainly Americans or whoever, then I would say it's not probably as difficult because it's so big and there's so much of it that's like kind of saturated in most people's life. But then I think if you're adapting to anybody else's culture, like especially, I don't want to say especially Jamaican, but anybody else's culture, because it's a much smaller thing and it's not so broadcasted, even though Jamaica definitely gets broadcasted often. It's an adjustment. Even just being Jamaican and having to kind of figure out if you're gonna, date this person, you gotta kind of figure out, everybody said, Jamaican men are spoiled, all of that kind of something, but a lot of women, American women especially, they ain't doing the stuff that the foreign women doing. That's where you got the overseas bros or whatever they call them. But anyway, we'll let her talk about it. We'll let her expand on her experience, and we'll discuss that.
Let's start this off pretty juicy.
Oh.
My first thing about, I guess, the struggle, if you want to call it, of dating a Jamaican man is they are a hornball. You know what I mean? Yes.
That's a struggle?
Yes.
First of all.
Yes, it's a struggle.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I am not. Far from that. What do you mean?
Why are you lying? Why is he lying? Y'all know what I mean.
Is that a difference? Is there a difference?
A difference with what? I'm talking about what I have experienced and what my friends and girlfriends and things that I've heard people say, like, oh, does he do this? Do you have any problems with that? Yes, it is on the table. You are a hornball.
No, I guess what I remember, I remember from the beginning of our relationship, we used to talk about a certain subject, that I had to work on. And I just remember trying to explain to you.
He needed to tone it down because it was like...
No. I told you, it's a part of it. It don't even mean nothing. It's just a part of the culture. Like, it's just, any song you listen to, you're dancing, whatever. I think a lot of people can misconstrue that for something else. It is just a part of the culture. It don't even like mean the same thing. Like somebody come up to you and be, talk about slow wine or just dancing or whatever. Like most people don't look at it like that. Like
most Jamaicans.
Yeah, they're not looking
at
it.
it.
I say most of the Caribbean don't look at it like that. Like you don't.
And you know what? That is totally understandable.
But you've experienced that now.
But like me experiencing that for the first time, I'm like, at first it was like, oh, this is a little flattering. Like he's just super attracted to me. Like okay, like. And then after a while, it's like, all right, bro, like.
Hold on, look.
Oh,
look,
what are you doing?
I was a promoter in pretty much majority of the time I was in college. And even after. So, like, this is the thing. We party. So, the biggest thing I noticed, like, when you go to most of the American clubs, like, people are just posted up. They watch it, especially men, just looking. And I would have to say, like, as a Jamaican, you're not looking. You're not there to watch. You're not people watching you. You're there to, do something. So, you can watch TV at home. You can listen to music at home. Like, nah, we're there to dance. There to have fun, enjoy, mingle, So, I think that's, it's a different approach. And I think that, if you're an American woman, you're not used to that because most of the guys in the club is posted up on the wall or something like that. We might hold our square, but you're going to be there dancing. And if you bump into the square, then it's like, hey, But don't think that means...
The dancing has nothing to do with
but
what
that's the
I'm
thing,
talking
don't
about.
think that means that somebody's trying to get you like that. It's just,
I'm talking about... Again, I'm not talking
culture.
about the dancing and stuff
We're
like that.
Culture.
He said, point taken. He said it himself. They are a very intimate culture. Point taken. Drops mic. Okay.
All right,
My next thing is, and again, this might vary for people because everyone has different size families, but from my experience and even from what I've heard from other friends, that Jamaicans tend to have pretty large families. So dating a Jamaican man basically means be ready for the extremely large family gatherings, whether that's like out at some type of venue or if it's at somebody's house. And I'm talking like people everywhere. You got to bring out the folding chairs, the lawn chairs, all the seats at the kitchen table, the dining table is taken, all of the spots on the couch. People probably sitting up your stairs because they don't got nowhere to sit.
Culture. Everybody has the big family gatherings and
I'm sure they do, but experiencing,
especially Mexico,
this way,
the whole front lawn. Everything.
This is very true. I guess this is very true, but I personally feel like extremely large.
Okay, so what about the barbecue? Isn't that like a big family gathering? Again, I don't know.
It just
so
depends.
I might sound ignorant, but
it just depends. I feel like for me, the only time I've experienced like super big family gatherings are for like family reunions, which tend to mostly end up being like distant relatives and great aunts and great uncles. Like no, a Jamaican family gathering, everybody is close. Everybody knows everybody. It's no distant nothing.
Yeah, I can say that.
Yeah.
I
if
think
that makes any sense.
Yeah, I would have to say like growing up, I remember, just noticing a big difference with a lot of the American culture was, they were not family oriented. And I say American culture because, I went to school with a lot of Asian people, Indian people, Hispanic people, everybody, and they had all of that. But I can't say that I could see that from, my American friends. They didn't really have, not to say that they didn't hang with their family, but it was not so like that. And growing up, I saw my cousins, aunts, uncles, everybody every day. And if you go to another city, another country, whatever the case is, that's where you're going. And a lot of people, I think, they don't really do that here. So I would have to agree, if you were to compare, then yeah, like, I would have to say, like, the family been there from day one, no matter if it was my mom's side or that. But I think, as far as the amount of people, it's just based off of who behind you is doing the most work to make picnic. But, that's it.
Oh my goodness.
And that can be anybody, but,
Well, yes.
I do have like 20 aunts and
Be
uncles.
prepared for like super large family gatherings and be prepared to remember everybody's name because they are going to remember your name.
But that's the thing though, like
So-
growing up, you don't walk into nobody's house and you don't speak to everybody, and you don't address them as friend or aunt. No, you gotta say everybody's name. Go address each person. So yeah, like it's a sign of respect. You don't hey everybody and then just walk past. Like I didn't even invite friends to the house when I was young because I was like, yo, if they come in here and don't speak to everybody, I'm never gonna hear the end of that, and they're not coming back. So I was like, just stay telling your yacht. That's it.
Well, with that actually being said, that brings me to my next struggle. Yeah, if you're not polite or have manners, good morning, good evening, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, please, thank you. Like basic, y'all, basic. Those are basic.
I think that's basic.
Manners, super basic. But trust me, a Jamaican family will notice it. And then dating this Jamaican man, it's just natural. Like,
yeah,
we don't start we cohabitate together, but it's like we don't start our day without a good morning, or I feel like some people just kind of wake up and start moving around their day.
That's not normal?
I don't think it's normal for a lot of people. You just
I never thought about that.
Roll out of the bed and start your day.
I honestly have never thought about that. I think, even in my emails, people will just say, hi, Nick, hi, whatever. I always say good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever. That's just, literally, that's natural to me. So I guess I never really thought about that. But yeah, if I say good morning to you too, like.
Yeah, like you'll look at, like if I don't respond to you, you kind of like, hello,
yeah, I would say but also like you said, the family gatherings, when people come in here, don't they say good evening to you too, like good afternoon, whatever? Yeah, I think that is respect. And I will say that there was an event that happened here once, and I felt completely disrespected with the amount of people that showed up that did not, do that. And I was like, yo, you were not welcome here, because I felt like that was disrespect, to be honest with you.
So yeah, if you are a person that maybe you just weren't raised that way, and it hasn't been instilled in you to be polite or have those type of manners, please get some. Because you will not survive with dating a Jamaican man and being put into the environment of his family, because that is not something that is
You might survive,
tolerated.
but you ain't coming back.
That does not mean you survived.
Oh. Yeah, no. you might survive, but you ain't coming back.
No.
That's like I said, certain friends I just never invited, because I was like, if they don't have that, that's friendship done. So
yeah, be polite, have manners.
Yeah, learn some brought ups here, some etiquette.
Absolutely. So pretty much after that, I talked about the family gatherings. So family gatherings, being polite. Now comes the party. You cannot be one of those stiff post up on the wall, I don't dance, I'm so shy. No, it is not gonna work. This man, he wants to dance. He does not want to sit down. It doesn't matter if he's at home, we're walking up and down the aisles in the grocery store, out at a party. It doesn't matter where we are. If the music is hype, he is trying to dance. He doesn't care, like he's trying to dance. So again, not really a struggle, but if you're just that type of person that's like super shy, or you feel like you can't dance, or you don't have any rhythm, or whatever the case may be, a Jamaican man is not for you, because they want to party, they want to dance. It's Wednesday and this man is talking about at 9:30, let's go out. Go out where?
There's plenty of places.
You know what I mean.
We can go out in here too. We're telling about that time when my aunt came over, and then it just broke out into a big.
Yeah, and then people just start showing up at your house. And literally, you just have to be prepared for a party.
Then my cousin, and then Owen, he starts sweating, and then it just turned to a big old thing. If the lights were off. But the thing is, like, I would say that there's a difference between the thought process of kickback, game night, all of that. That's not what we had. We had, like I was trying to explain to her when we were looking at honeymoon stuff, you know what I'm saying? Link in the description. we're looking at honeymoon stuff, and I'm like, yo, we grew up with speakers in the house, and you moved the couch out the living room, and everybody was dancing. Everybody. Aunt, uncle, cousin, picnic, everybody. You ate your food, dance floor. Lights off, little bit of whatever, and you're dancing the whole time like you was in the club. And that's what I consider like an actual family gathering. So to me, like a family gathering, yeah, you might play some games or something like that, but even if you go to like a domino club or something like that,
best believe you came over for game night or karaoke, and guess what? It's gonna turn into a party. It is a party, so you literally have to just be ready at any moment. Tuesday night, one cousin comes over, and then the aunt comes over, and then next thing you know, the music is blasting, and y'all are
sweating, off,
taking shots. Like, you just have to always be ready to party. Like,
I think I was sick. You know, the first time you experienced it, it didn't last long. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. My next one is so this one might be a little bit more of a struggle. So, dating a Jamaican man. Nicholas was born in Jamaica. His family ended up moving to the U.S. when he was, I guess, you were young. But although Nicholas has his accent, he can turn it on and off. His family, his parents, have very, very strong Jamaican accents, and in the beginning it was very difficult to understand, but the optimistic person that I am, I wanted to learn, so I made him teach me a lot of the dialect, the patois, the phrases, and they might be scared to talk in front of me now because I know everything y'all are saying. Yes, but even like with Nicholas, like if he gets a little too much, his Jamaican accent will flourish, and all of his phrases, and he might be talking to like some of his cousins, and like I know exactly what they're saying, or like a certain phrase or what they mean.
And practicing the song, so.
Well, that's probably where I learned most of it. I think maybe like music. I think I watched some movies that may not have been the best. I won't say the names of those movies. Well, fellow Jamaican viewers, if y'all know what that movie is.
That's a great movie.
Because it was actually really good. I wouldn't mind watching that movie again. Yeah. It was actually pretty good. It's a lot of guns and violence and choice words. Reality. I mean, reality for who?
For a lot of people.
A lot of people like who?
I mean, I guess maybe. Man,
I don't know about all that, but super cool movie. But anyways, like watching those things, definitely having him teach me things. The internet is probably your best resource, like watching different things on YouTube, Instagram, and all of those different social media platforms. And then just being around his family, like his mom, his dad, mostly your mom. I think I learned a lot from your mom because
I don't think my dad accent is not as strong.
Oh yeah,
as my
it is. No, it is. Your dad's just very like
calm.
He's calm and very soft spoken, which
to you.
I didn't say that. You said that. I mean, but he is like whenever I'm around him, like he's calm, he's soft spoken. I've never like heard him like
Ricky Ricardo. Ricky Ricardo used to always like whenever
no.
Not
your mom.
Yeah.
I love you. Yes, ma'am.
Nah, my mom has in most people's opinion, a very strong accent, and she never got rid of it, including her brothers, her sisters, my dad. Everybody's like, yo.
Yeah. Even Uncle Norman. He's so soft spoken, but like he has a very strong accent. I know I talked to you. Yeah.
I can hear it. I hear it in my mom. I'm hearing nobody else.
Uncle Mikey on the phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it in nobody except for my mom.
Yeah.
Barely.
And then as far as like, yeah, that's her mom's. And then like your dad's side of the family, like Blossom, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
She can.
No, Blossom is strong. Strong.
Well, she got that old lingo too that you don't know. She's gonna speak in phrases that you're like,
yeah,
you won't even understand. Like, this picnic that I somehow, those kind of things are.
But now I know what that means.
Yeah.
So now I don't have to like kick Nick under the table.
Things like that.
Yeah, I don't have to kick Nick under the table.
Yeah.
Or just be confused. Like most of the time, if like conversations are happening, I'm just like sitting back and I'm like laughing or like shaking my head. So
yeah. Well, I mean, again, these are things that you don't really realize until somebody else is introduced. Like I remember the first time I ever had like a party at home. I was like maybe in 4th grade or something like that, and I remember everybody was like, "What is your mom saying?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What is she saying?" But at that time, I didn't even know that I had an accent. I didn't realize that I didn't know any different. I didn't. So when everybody's asking me now, I'm like, I don't know.
Right, it doesn't mean, yeah, and it's almost the same thing for me, like being from New Orleans. Like I had a very, very strong, and keyword I said had, which I can, like Nicholas, he can turn on and off his Jamaican accent. I can turn on and off my New Orleans accent. And I think I experienced the same thing. Like when I moved to Texas, people saying, "Oh, say this word, say this, or say baby, say this, say that," and I'm like, so annoying. It was so annoying. And even till this day, like talking to people randomly, and it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm from New Orleans." Like, "Oh, I love the way y'all talk," blah blah. And it's like it's cool, but then it starts getting into like the, "Oh, say that." I'm like, no.
Yeah, like you're a puppet or something. Like
exactly.
I experienced that my whole life.
Right. So I think that's one thing that I can relate to you. But to kind of reel this in, it's like dating a Jamaican man, whether he has his full accent or not, a lot of phrases that they say, being around his family that, will forever have their beautiful accents. You better start learning and know what's happening, because they might start talking fast and you better keep up, because I know I can keep up now.
Jasmine, come here. All right, next.
No, I like to say, Nicholas, come here soon. That's what I say. That's what you hear in the house.
I tried to tell y'all.
Jen, I can't find it. Nicholas, it's over there, so.
That's all. What? All right, go on.
See, I know.
Go on.
So, okay. What else do I have on this list? Oh, my last one. So, please, people, do not take this any kind of way. Me and Nicholas love each other. There is no reason for anyone to get bent out of shape behind what I'm going to say. Jamaican men are aggressive. They're very, very aggressive.
Aggressive
and not in any type of like physical thing or anything like that. That's why I kind of led with that. You're just very like with your emotions, with your physical touch. I don't know how else to put this in words. Like y'all are just very like aggressive.
I never really understood that. I just take it as, if I go back to and then you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just take it back to that whole thing about being in the club and you standing on the wall watching. I used to hear people say, "Oh, I just want to go look at," I think that in my culture, it's more, I'm going to go get that. Not, I'm going to go watch or look. I have to do, not talk. I don't think I'm not big on talk. And it's very, very hard. It's very conflicting to, I guess, just sit there and, I don't know. It don't matter what it is. Like, if it's like, you don't just talk about nothing. You do it. So I don't know if that's really what is that.
Yeah, I think that's a better way of putting it. It's like, a lot of people are all talk but no bite. or no, what's that saying? Like all bark, no bite, or something like that. Yeah, all bark, no bite. That is how a Jamaican man is. Like, they're not just about to talk and, you know, run their mouth about something and not be about it. Like, if he's saying it, he's gonna do it. If he wants it, he's gonna go get it. It's like in a very like aggressive way. Like, just think about yourself. Like, you want that pizza so bad, and it's like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get that pizza. Like, it's just like, imagine yourself and the aggression that's most likely gonna come out of you. And not that it's like negative aggression or anything. It's just like,
do you think
I
it
want
can
that.
be negative aggression?
It depends on the situation. Like, if somebody pisses y'all off, like, I'm praying for you.
But I don't think it's just men. I think it's women too. Because I've heard too many Jamaican women in my day, you know, talk about cutting somebody or slashing them.
I mean, if we really want to take it there, Jamaican people can be the sweetest people on the planet. So but too. If you cross them, bless your soul. Bless your heart.
I think it's because you do put up with so much and you do try to be respectful and have manners and stuff like that. But it's like, at the end of the day, you know, if you look back at the history of Jamaica, Jamaica was the biggest slave trade place on earth. And they left and dropped off a lot of the unruly slaves there. And what I think that really kind of comes down to is, you know, they had to fight for everything that they had. And on top of that, like, you know, if you got a bully or a slave master or whatever it is that you want to call it in this day, it's like, it's only so much you're going to take. Not even that you can take, but that you're going to. And some people will allow somebody to abuse them to the death, but I think a Jamaican is going to at least fight back. Win or lose, you're going to fight back so that bully or slave master or whoever or whatever it is understands, like, I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm here to stay, or whatever the case is. And I feel like pretty much with everybody, there's only so much that not only that you can take, but for a Jamaican at least that you're going to take. And at that point, it's kind of like you have this thing go off in your brain. I don't know if it's chemicals or what, but it's like, all right, well, however this ends that way.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much, yeah, that's it. Like I said, like, Nicholas, he's never been aggressive towards me like that, but
you know, probably came at you like to be in a relationship aggressively.
Oh yeah. That's definitely.
But the thing is, I wouldn't even call it aggressive. It's more so, again, I'm not beating around the bush. It's just, I'm telling you what it is. Like, this is it. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, this man told me when we started dating. We probably was a month in. He's like, I'm gonna marry you.
I mean. Yeah, again, like I said, not sugarcoating. You know, you know what you want.
And you know what's funny? Good. You wanna know what's funny?
What?
One of my best friends, when we started, I was telling them about you, and she was like, girl, you better be careful with that Jamaican. You gonna be married. She said, what did she say? She said, you gonna be married or pregnant first, one of them. And I said, well, I don't know about the pregnant part, but maybe the married part. And here we are.
Yeah, I mean, hey. Go get you a Jamaican.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, we said these are struggles, but again, just remember, like, it really depends on your personality, you know, as a woman dating a Jamaican man, and preparing yourself, being open-minded. Like, you cannot just be a little bump on the log. Like, you better have some type of liveliness to you to be able to be in those positions, because they're very random, they're very spur of the moment. Like, you never know when it's gonna happen, and if you feel like it's about to happen, 9 times out of 10 it's about to happen. So yeah.
All right. Next one. Or are you done?
That's it.
That's all 8?
That's all of them.
All right. Well, I don't know, guys. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Have you dated a Jamaican before? Do you have any struggles with your current Jamaican? Have you had any? Oh, I know. Look, every Jamaican don't cheat. Let me just go ahead and say that right now. I ain't cheating. I haven't cheated and I don't cheat. So I've never heard that. Like, I've never heard any woman that's been with a Jamaican, whether like I've heard it with my own 2 ears or watched something or read something about it. Mm-hmm. Yes, I've read.
that y'all are very like faithful, caring, nurturing type of men. Y'all can be a little spoiled.
But again, your mom, your woman usually does spoil. Like I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be with somebody who don't cook.
Well, I cook.
Right.
Y'all, let me tell you
this.
That's
criteria.
Our first dinner date. We went to dinner.
Oh.
And we ordered some food. And I hit him with the spoon feed in the mouth. Until this day, from him and even from the friends and family that he told and bragged about me feeding him, he said is in his maybe top 5, top 10 reasons of why he's marrying me today.
Yeah, that did it. I got a friend right now that just told me just last night that, somebody he's talking to fed him, and I was like, that's over now. Yeah, I mean, it's the nurturing thing, but at the end of the day, I think, at least as a Jamaican man, you are doing so much, especially hustling in the street, trying to, figure out how to provide for your family, that you typically are spoiled at home. And it's going to be hard to think that, and again, you will be spoiled too, but you can't just be, with this this entitled mentality, because it's not going to work like that. Mm-hmm. At least not with a Jamaican. And whatever benefits come with that. So, or whatever you want to call it. But I think when it comes to the whole cheating stereotype or whatever, I think it's because somebody buck up into one that probably is looking for the green card or something like that, but they was never really committed anyway. So get that out of your mind. That ain't one of them. Mm-hmm. Because they definitely will hold down their family 100%. Mm-hmm. And if not, they will let you know that they're going to go breed the whole rest of the world. So you now, again, like I said, they're going to be upfront with you.
AKA Hornball.
But they're going to tell you though. So you got a decision to make. You can't sit here and think that they're going to be like somebody else and that they might, step back and be like, oh, she's going to be the only one. No, he told you that he about to go breed the rest of the world. And that's what he's going to do. It's not going to be what you think that he might change into.
I think that's any man though.
But most men, I feel like, ain't going to tell you that. They're going to play the game. I think that the Jamaican will tell you. You are not the only
y'all heard it from
period.
A full blood Jamaican yourself.
Well, like we said, drop a comment in the bottom. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We got another video coming up with, I guess, the common questions that her friends have asked her or people have asked about what. They have questions about dating a Jamaican man. We got another one about how you're exploring this intercultural dating period, so you'll hear my side too. We got a bunch of stuff that's coming on along. Make sure you turn on your notification bell. We love you. Make sure you, tell Jasmine how pretty she looks. And if you want, like I said before, we got a honeymoon fund below. If you want to help support us, go hit that link.
Yes, we would love y'all support with helping us go on the honeymoon of our dreams. Yeah. We can't wait.
And even if not that, we'd love to see you sign our guest book just to see who you are, where you're coming from, just see your support. Because at the end of the day, along this journey, we love every single one of y'all. Y'all are helping us to grow as a channel, as a community, and we're trying to build something here with you and for ourselves. So we love you. I guess we'll see y'all in the next one.
All right, y'all.
Peace.